Hello les amis, c'est Gamer pour la vidéo. Retour vers le zizi du prin des pistes. Attendez, d'abord, avant de commencer l'épisode 1, il y a une vidéo à regarder en bas. On va la regarder. Alors on va la voir avant de commencer le jeu.
The history of Back to the Future in video games has not been a pretty one. And so my mandate to Telltale,
il nous montre comment ils ont fait le jeu.
we're going to do Back to the Future is this game cannot.
Il n'y a pas de sous-titres là, comment on fait?
I was aware of his frustration at previous attempts at making a game. Definitely, like the first time we met, we talked about that. You know, with Telltale, our process starts with the story and the characters.
Ah ouais, ils ont bien fait,
and we apply the story mechanics later. And I think that people were really excited about the potential of where this could go because we really want to protect the license.
Bon, les amis, je ne
also
comprends
for
pas ce
us,
qu'il dit.
like getting Bob Gale's sign off was everything.
There's never going to be Back to the Future Part 4. We're not doing that. To the Future game is pretty close to what a Part 4 could be.
Making it sort of modeled after the TV episodic model where we, instead of telling one story at once, we tell a bunch of stories that are all connected. So in Back to the Future's case, it was 5 episodes. So first we figure out like the really rough story arc, and that's kind of where everything starts.
We would have roundtable meetings with the Telltale guys would come down to LA. We got to talking about things. I proposed that we go back into Doc Brown's youth because this was an idea that Bob Zemeckis and I had way early on when we were trying to figure out what Back to the Future Part 2 was going to be about.
And instantly, like all of the fans in the room just went,
ouais,
yeah, that's why that's the story we want to tell and explore. And then it was all just a matter of, okay, well, we have this basic idea. How do we get the player involved? What is, you know, obviously we want it to be a documentary story. That was kind of the core of what the films are. And so we started there, came up with the problem for the whole series of Doc getting stranded back in time. Then we go in and start actually kind of creating the concept art. I remember seeing that first Marty sketch was another key moment in the process where we're like, okay, that's the thing we were most worried about in this production. We've got that figured out, now we can move on.
Well, the best part of the Telltale guys on the game were they were huge fans of the movie, and they wanted to get it right. They wanted really to be true to the spirit of Back to the Future.
Another like really important part of the process for us was getting the actual actors from the movie to be involved. From the very get-go, when the game was first pitched, we said we have to get Christopher Lloyd. If we're going to be doing Doc Brown role, it's got to be right.
I think it's great. What a fabulous idea.
Regarde, ils ont pris l'acteur de lui pour faire le jeu. C'est la voix là.
This is great material. I mean, it should be
mort.
Right, Scott.
Having Tom Wilson come back for some voiceover now is rad.
Tom as Biff, episode 103, take 1.
You're lucky your old man's here, butthead.
I feel like that guy is just one
lui,
of
il
the
ressemble
huge
vraiment
parts. Like you can't have a Back to the Future game without Biff.
He moves his neck more. He uses his jaw more than I do. You know, things like that. So with every character in the movie, I would think about those things. So it's there. I don't have to watch everything because I remember those cues also. The physicality, although in voiceover it doesn't matter so much. But as you see, maybe in the B-roll, you see, you know, I'm trying to be physical to get back into it to be able to do it right.
And then having Claudia Wells come in too, like she was, I think, right off the bat, you know, interested as well, and heard that kind of the band was getting back together.
Jennifer? What the hell?
The coup of all coups was getting Michael J. Fox to participate and be the voice of one of the McFly ancestors.
Well, yeah, so when we were trying to get all the cast together, we spoke with Michael J. Fox, but due to time commitments, couldn't be, you know, full-time like we needed him. But we got him to do the cameo, which was awesome. And I almost feel like that was almost a cooler use of him nowadays. But then the search turned to how do we find someone to do a Marty who can just come in and be our main character, and it was a really big worry for a while.
I voiced Marty McFly in Back to the Future the game.
Ah, c'est lui.
That's what I did.
Jesus Christ, Doc, you disintegrated Einstein.
Pressure? Yeah. So to be like, oh, you know, that amazing, iconic role that everyone loves and knows and can quote lines from, and that incredibly famous, wonderful actor, Michael J. Fox. Can you just replicate that? That's what I had going on in the back of my head. So yeah, there's a lot of pressure.
At one point, we got an email from our accountant who said that she'd gotten emailed an MP3 from some kid who said he would like to be Marty in the Back to the Future game.
I heard about this. I saw a news article, Telltale Games making Back to the Future and Jurassic Park into a game. And I was like, wow, that looks awesome. I would love to be, you know, the voice of Marty McFly, but there's no way in hell that's going to happen. And at the time, Telltale was a lot smaller, so you just have to Google Telltale to get like a list of phone numbers. And Rhoda was the first name that popped up, so I called her and I left a message that was basically this nerdy, like, hey, my name is Angelo Cassio, I do a great, you know, I tried to sound as I could. I was like, it's my density to have this role.
But I remember it going across someone's desk, them hearing this audition and just saying, man, this kid sounds exactly like Michael J. Fox when he was young.
Doc, you gotta listen to me. The bruise on your head, I know how that happened. You told me the whole story.
It was almost no discussion. It was just kind of, yeah, we heard that MP3 that I think he recorded on like a Rock Band microphone. Like, it was just insane, but it was that good.
AJ's Marty McFly is damn near flawless. When I heard his voice, I couldn't believe it.
I mean, I listened to it, and if I didn't know that this was not Michael, I would have assumed it was.
He was such a crucial piece to have that energy throughout the entire series, and so it was amazing working with him.
I was obsessed with the movies growing up, like obsessed with Back to the Future, so it was something that was always in the back of my head. It was just a silly party trick that, you know, what went from a social thing to a party trick to actually becoming very useful.
So, Jennifer, what do you think of me?
I don't.
Working on this from a fan perspective was the most pressure I've ever felt on anything. Trying to invent a way where we can pull you along through the story and then use dialogue options where you get to choose what Marty's going to say. And I think that's the kind of hook for us, is giving you a situation and then saying, well, here's 3 different ways or 4 different ways that Marty could possibly react. If you were playing Marty, what would you do? And I think that it allows people to really author their own story.
Telltale's Back to the Future game is the only game that deserves to be called Back to the Future. It's very true to the spirit of the movies. The voice acting is terrific. The characterization is great. And with the new consoles, the game is just going to sparkle and jump off the screen.
Bringing this game to a new generation, even though it's not that old, is actually super exciting. Getting to debut it again on all platforms. Telltale's got a lot bigger of a fan base now, and there's a lot of people who probably didn't know that we made this game. But it's still got a lot of the same core principles that are fun in a Telltale game. You know, we're taking this thing that's super familiar and we're putting our own story in it and allowing you to play it. So in time with the 30th anniversary of the films, now we're getting to kind of add to what's out there in the media and saying, like, you know, you're rebuying the movie again and watching it. Here's a game you might enjoy as well. And it kind of, you know, watch the movies first, get back the nostalgia, and then right after the movie ends, you can pop in the game and continue the story from there.
J'ai lancé la vidéo. Ah ouais, c'était cool. Bon, alors on commence par voilà. Regardez tous les images. On va commencer par une question de temps. Une question de Chipoutime en forme de Rabbi Jacob. J'ai mangé de la trumpaphone. Paramètres, parce qu'il faut qu'on discorde les culs. Alors, sous-titre, niveau d'indice. On va mettre à fond. Rappel d'émission avec les effets. S'il vous plaît, oui, je suis novice dans le genre. C'est parti. C'est parti les amis, on se chie dessus après.
All right, I'm ready.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Emmett Brown. I'm standing on the parking lot at Twin Pines Mall. It's Saturday morning, October 26th, 1985, 1:18 a.m. And this is temporal experiment number 1. Come on, Einie. Hey, boy, get in there. That a boy. In you go. Get down. Get your seatbelt on. That's it.
Whoa. Okay.
Please note that Einstein's clock is in precise synchronization with my control watch. Got it?
Right, check, Doc.
Good. Have a good trip, Einstein. Watch your
C'est
head.
fou là. Tu vas pas quand même le mettre dans la voiture, mais t'as un Tug Life.
You got that thing hooked up to the car?
Watch this.
Yeah, okay. Got it.
Oh my god.
Not me. The car. The car.
Ok, elle va nous foncer dessus en fait, c'est ça.
If my calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
Regarde là-bas. Là.
Watch this, watch this.
Mais non. Oh my god, qu'est-ce que c'est mal. Je veux tirer Einstein parce que ouais, il est parti là, c'est pas possible. Einstein s'est cassé là.
Temporal displacement occurred at exactly 1:20 a.m. and 0 seconds.
Jesus Christ, Doc, you disintegrated Einstein.
Calm down, Marty. I didn't disintegrate anything. Molecular structure.
On n'entend rien avec la musique, on pense c'est quoi ces conneries? Ces conneries de Chaka Ponk.
Einstein and the car are completely intact.
Where the hell are they?
The appropriate question is, when the hell are they? You see, Einstein has just become the world's first time traveler. I sent him into the future. 1 minute into the future, to be exact. And at precisely 1:21 a.m. and 0 seconds, we shall catch up with him and the time machine.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're going to build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style? Besides, the stainless steel construction made the flux dispersal. Look out!
Doc?
Oh, that's peculiar.
Where's the car,
Ça
Doc?
fait moi.
It should have caught up with us 27 seconds ago.
Doc, what happened to Einstein?
No need for concern. It's probably just a minor miscalibration of the time circuit. Marty, could you get my notebook? It should be in the toolbox.
Je contrôle Marty. Je trouve le carré de quoi, mais je trouve où il y a un parking. Bon,
What's in the box?
Don't touch that. It's plutonium.
Plutonium?
How do you think I generated 1.21 gigawatts of power?
Boîte à outils.
Notebook. Got it. Flux capacitor?
That's it.
What the heck's a flux capacitor?
My latest invention. The thing that makes time travel possible. In this notebook, I detail the nearly 3 decades of scientific breakthroughs necessary to build a working time machine. If it ever fell into the wrong hands, the consequences could be catastrophic. Let's see. It's mass equals I times c, and E equals the square root of z times c squared. And the
consequences could be catastrophic? Whoa. Deja vu. Doc?
Il est 1h04 du matin.
Scott!
Is everything okay?
Yeah, Mom. It was just a nightmare. I was in the past. And Doc was there.
C'était quand la photo là?
Well, you're safe and sound now. Back in good old
Ah oui, ça se passe dans le troisième,
1986.
ça. Non?
But you'd better get up. Your father's waiting for you.
Huh?
Weren't you going to meet him over at Doc's?
Holy crap, I'm late.
C'est la photo de lui quand il était dans le troisième.
Dad, are we too late to stop the sale?
Better late than never. You wouldn't believe how much rare stuff there is back here.
That's Doc's stuff. The city has no right to.
Now, son, I know you're upset, but your friend's been gone for months, and the city really seems hell-bent on using his land for that new parking garage. And, hey, is that a first edition Jules Verne?
It's just not fair. But at least things can't get any worse.
Hey, Marty.
Hi, Biff.
Come to see if the old crackpot had any buried treasure?
Nah, I guess I'm just remembering.
C'est quoi le truc? Cherche des matériaux d'argent dans la boîte d'oc. C'est ça,
Does nature contrive it so that even with a time machine, you can intervene to prevent your own conception, for example? Does nature contrive it so that even with a time machine, you can intervene to prevent your own conception, for example?
It took me forever to repair this thing after I blew it out last time, and now some jerk's gonna pick it up for pennies. Let's make some noise. It took me forever to repair this thing after I blew it out last time, and now some jerk's gonna pick it up for pennies. I better not crank it up anymore. I really don't want to blow this thing out again. Hey, Biff.
Oh, hi, Marty.
Doc's not dead, you know. He's still around.
Oh, really? Do you see him around here?
What are you doing here?
Well, I was as bummed as anybody to hear that the old nutcase had kicked it.
He's not.
But I'm not above picking through the remains. You know what they say. Don't look a gift horse in the butt.
I'm looking for something, in particular.
Yeah? Something valuable?
Never mind.
Hey, let me try, Marty.
Now, Biff, let Marty have his turn.
You got it, Mr. McFly. Enough of that junk.
Now, Biff.
Sorry, Marty. Enough of that junk.
Now, Biff.
Sorry, Marty.
Hope that wasn't poison gas or anything. Doc built this model at downtown Hill Valley way back in 1955. The clock tower in the courthouse even works. What the? Is that Doc's notebook in there?
Hey, that looks just like the courthouse. You gotta hand it to the old coot. He was good with his hands.
Biff, can I see that a minute?
This would look great in my fish tank. Give the old carp something new to nibble on.
Can I see that model courthouse for just a second? I need to get something out of it.
Like what? A not guilty verdict? That was a joke.
Oh, but really, can I?
Nah, I think I'll hold on to it.
Give it here, Biff.
Well, well, looky what we have here. Looks like plans for something. What's a flux catheter?
It's none of your business. Doc asked me to...
Brown's worm food, kid. But this looks like it might be worth something.
Ouais, ces onglets extrêmement droite. Oh, ma guitare, qu'est-ce que tu fais, ma guitare?
Hey, Dad, why's my guitar got a price tag on it?
Sorry, son. Must have been an overzealous clerk. Just pick it up. I'll iron things out with the bank.
I keep this picture of my dad to remind me that even the most hopeless losers can grow up to be pretty cool guys. Nah, I don't think so. Maybe not. Nah. 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 Nah.
Voilà des mois que Doc n'a pas donné le moindre signe de vie. Malgré les protestations de Marty, la ville a décidé d'entamer la procédure. Voilà des mois que Doc n'a pas donné le moindre signe de vie. Malgré les protestations de Marty, la ville a décidé d'entamer la procédure habituelle. Toutes les affaires de Doc sont mises en enchère. Hanté par son cauchemar, Marty retrouve enfin le carnet que Doc avait caché. Mais le fait est dérobé par Biff Tannen doit le récupérer avant que Biff ne découvre le secret des voyages dans le temps.
Here's an oldie, but a goodie. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, look! It's Chuck Butthead. Let me show you how it's done.
Now, Biff, I think that's Marty's guitar.
Oh, gosh, you're right, Mr. McFly. Oh, here you go, Marty. Let's hear a few licks. Man, you kids have ruined rock and roll.
Hey, Dad. About Biff. Dad, I know you're trying to help.
He talks a big game, son, but he's not so tough. I've been dealing with him a long time. Believe me, I can handle it.
So can I.
I guess you can. Okay, son, I'll stay out of your way. You know where to find me.
I'll keep looking around. Thanks, Dad. Now, something your kids are really gonna like.
Thanks for warming them up for me, butthead. Now watch me blow the lid off this joint.
Whatever you say. Rock on, Biff.
Oh, shit.
Doc, where are you?
Cherche des indices pour découvrir Doc peut même être parti. Après avoir mis le canet de Doc à l'abri des sales pattes de Biff, Marty se retrouve tout à coup dans une situation délirante. La DeLorean servant au voyage dans le temps de son mentor est revenue.
Doc? Where do you come from, boy? Didn't you bring Doc with you? Okay, Doc, I know I haven't seen you in a few months, but I'm pretty sure this isn't your shoe.
Marty? Marty, if you're hearing this recording, then the DeLorean's automatic retrieval feature is a resounding success.
Automatic retrieval?
In case of my failure to return to the DeLorean within an allotted time, I programmed the time machine to jump to these four-dimensional coordinates without me. As you are well aware, time travel is an inherently risky activity, and despite my elaborate precautions, there's always a possibility that I could land in trouble sometime. And that sometime is now, or then, or maybe later.
He's in trouble.
Marty, come to my rescue in the past, or was it the future? Anyway, I'm relying on you to do it again. Please, take the DeLorean back, or forward, to whatever it is I'm stuck in time. When you get there, I'm sure you'll figure out what to do.
That's it? Aren't you gonna tell me when that is?
Just go to the date specified on the time circuit readout under the heading marked Last Time Departed. Good luck.
Right, last time departed. Oh, jeez. Come on. Crap! Oh, great. How am I supposed to find him now?
Tandis qu'il mène sa petite enquête sur la machine à voyager dans le temps qui se déplace sans conducteur, Marty tombe sur un message pré-enregistré. Doc est coincé quelque part dans le temps.
What do you know about this shoe, Einie? Great Scott! I think he's onto something. Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Alors.
How's this supposed to lead me to Doc, Einie?
Voilà, on va faire une petite partie dans la salle d'arcade et après on y va.
I guess there's time for a quick game. Okay, now I'm ready.
Une partie ça.
Doc's waiting for me somewhere in the past, and I've run out of quarters.
Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il fait, Einstein?
What kind of trouble is Doc in, Einie? Why couldn't Doc have invented a dog translator?
Pas appuyer sur la sonnette parce qu'il s'intéresse à la porte. Alors peut-être qu'il s'intéresse à la porte et qu'il y a un truc. Petite sonner. Strickland.
Step away from the door. Now, let me get a look at you.
Einstein, come on.
Just as I suspected. Hooligans. Get along now. Scat!
I'm not a hooligan, ma'am. I'm a teenager.
I wasn't born yesterday, young man. Aren't you the miscreant who skateboards through the town square every morning between 8 and 8:30 in a decidedly unpunctual manner?
Yeah?
All skateboarders are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up. State your business, child. You're making me miss Merv.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not sure why I'm here. Einstein here brought me, and...
Well?
He's Strickland. You aren't related to, Vice Principal Strickland, are you, ma'am?
Not that it's any of your business, but I'm his sister, Edna. Oh, and you're one of those McFly slackers, aren't ya?
Yes, what's old man Strick? I mean, what else has your brother been saying about me?
Nothing I couldn't have deduced for myself, slacker.
Can you let me in? I've got something to show you.
What is it? Let me see. A shoe? Now what would I want with a... Huh? Stay there! Leave that creature outside!
Sorry, Einstein.
Well, took you long enough.
There's a lot of stairs.
To return the shoe, I mean. I lost it ages ago. You can put it down next to the other one.
Attends, quelle heure? Elle a 18h27.
Much better. So neat and orderly. I suppose you'll be wanting some sort of reward now.
No,
All I've got is tea and candy.
But...
I'm sorry I called you a hooligan. I try not to jump to conclusions, but after all, 9 out of 10 people in this city are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up. Have a seat, Sonny. Hey! You kids! Put out those cigarettes!
Là, j'ai presque 50 abonnés. Espèce de petit oiseau, le Saint-Tropez. On va parler à la chose. On a parlé à Miss Strickland.
Miss Strickland?
Jack! Diane! I know what you're doing behind that tree!
Yes? Do you remember when you lost your shoe?
Shoe?
That shoe over there.
Oh, that shoe! what a nosy Nelly. No one likes a busybody, you know.
But...
Oh, fine, let me think about it. Yes, I remember. I lost it in a scuffle with a dog. Oh, when was it? Oh, yes, the day that speakeasy burned down.
A speakeasy? In Hill Valley?
Don't act so surprised, young man. Your generation doesn't hold a copyright on moral depravity, you know. Sin has been on the prowl in Hill Valley since the day it was founded.
Wow, a speakeasy. That must have been wild. Is it true they used to drink gin out of slippers like my grandma said?
Don't romanticize the past, young man. Prohibition was a time when gangsters ruled the town while honest citizens quaked in their beds.
So where was it? That speakeasy that burned down, I mean.
That was ages ago. If you're looking for bootleg hooch.
No, I'm just curious, that's all. I'm a student of history.
Student of history? My Aunt Fanny. Yeah, your generation of hooligans and slackers could give two ripe figs about history.
Miss Strickland?
Oh, video store!
Huh?
The speakeasy used to be hidden in plain sight down there in the town square. Right where that disgusting videotape rental store squats today.
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
The following year, as I recall.
Doing some stargazing?
No, I set my sights on lower things. Is that?
Lieutenant! Get away from that hubcap before I call your father!
What's with all these newspapers?
This is my personal archive. I've got every issue of the Hill Valley Telegraph ever published.
Get out. Every single issue?
From 1871 to the present. If it happened in Hill Valley, you'll find it in my stacks.
Don't let me keep you from your business.
You there! Don't even think about tossing that Kleenex on the ground!
Mind if I take a look?
Go ahead, dear.
Rebuilt in February 1932. So the fire must have happened before then. But when? I need a date.
Don't look at me. I'm far too old for you.
Man, she keeps it hot in here.
That's the kettle. I'll be right back with some tea. Then don't touch anything.
Let's see. Ground broken on site of former speakeasy. Singer vanishes. Hill Valley Expo delights crowd. Soup kitchen exposed. Here we go. Speakeasy arsonist slain. Legal procedure gave way to old-fashioned vengeance last night when a mob descended on the Hill Valley police station. The suspect in the speakeasy arson case, a drifter known as Carl Sagan, was pulled from his... Carl Sagan? It's Doc! Killed by a mob. What's the date? June 14th, 1931. Jeez, I gotta rescue him.
Oh, le con.
My newspapers!
Sorry, Miss Strickland. Let me...
No! You've gotten my history out of order! Oh, do you know how long it'll take to fix what you've done? Oh, get out! Get out! Get out!
Help! Police! I'm being attacked by hooligans!
Snow couteau à la bombe à snow.
Marty! Where you been, son? And what are you doing in that getup?
It's my uniform. Didn't I tell you? I got a job.
At the Model T factory?
Yeah. No.
Never mind, you don't have to explain. I'm sure whatever it is you're up to, you know what you're doing, right?
I hope so.
Hey, son. Gotta go out on a limb for the ones you love, right? Wish my dad had understood that. You won't stay away too long.
You'll barely know I was gone. You ready to go, Einstein? Time circuits? On. Flux capacitor? Fluxy. Okay, if Doc's gonna get killed on June 14th, 1931, I'll just show up the day before and get him out. I hope you know what you're doing, Doc.
Non, le 13 juin.
Einstein, where'd you go now, boy?
Excuse me, young man.
Who? Me?
You're the only man in the street, and I'm looking for a man-in-the-street reaction. Naturally, you know about the explosion that destroyed this illegal gin establishment.
I read about it, yeah.
What's your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who single-handedly did what the law has been unable to do for 10 long years, namely, rid Hill Valley of the scourge of liquor?
How'd Doc get himself into...
Doc?
Doc is his nickname. I'm good friends with Carl.
You are? Really? Oh, but I need an unbiased opinion for my story. Pretend you don't know him. How would you feel about his heroic act of destruction?
There's got to be some sort of mistake here. Carl wouldn't do something like that.
It's surprising the lengths a person will go to when it's a clear-cut matter of right and wrong. You've got an honest look about you. You do support the side of righteousness, I trust.
You can mark me down as a supporter.
The young man said, flashing a boyish yet virile grin. Hill Valley needs more upstanding youths like yourself. Do you have a message for the vicious gangsters who still roam these streets? No doubt plotting to corrupt our citizens with another den of booze, sin, and debauchery.
No, not really.
That's the spirit. Destroy them with indifference. If we refuse to patronize their establishments and glorify their wicked exploits, they'll soon be exposed for the pathetic wretches they are. May I get your name?
Yeah, it's... Michael Corleone.
Thank you for sharing your candid opinions, Mr. Corleone. Edna Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
I know. I met you back. I'm familiar with your work.
You read my column? How sweet! I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger and better...
Einstein, no. Down, boy.
Is this wretched creature yours? He assaulted me once before.
What's got into you?
Aggressive dogs must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
Doc. I gotta find Doc.
What? Course poursuite. Il y a un gars derrière, un fantôme qui me court après. Puis il y a un fantôme derrière. Esquive du Guatemala. Wouh! Esquive du Guatemala. Wouh! Esquive. Vite, esquive. Esquive du Guatemala. Je dis cours, il y a un dinosaure derrière. Il y a un dinosaure, il y a derrière, vite. Fais cours.
Doc!
Art!
Doc!
What are you doing here?
You sent for me, Doc.
I did? When?
May 14th, 1986.
1980? The automatic retrieval system, of course. I'd almost forgotten about that.
So what's our plan for getting you out of here?
Plan? We don't need a plan.
We don't?
Not in the slightest. The police picked me up for that speakeasy fire a couple of weeks ago, but the DA hasn't got a case. They're releasing me tomorrow morning.
So basically, I traveled 50 years into the past to deliver your car?
Sorry about that, but it's so wonderful to see you. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, you might want to hold off on that, Doc.
Great Scott! I'm going to be gunned down by gangsters on the steps of the courthouse.
Why would they do that?
Yes, they didn't approve of my burning down their speakeasy.
Very funny, Doc. Maybe now we should come up with a plan.
A plan? Right. But what?
Why don't I take the DeLorean, go back in time before you were arrested, and stop you from getting caught in the first place?
Don't even think about it. Without my unjust incarceration, the events that sent you into the past might never happen, resulting in a paradox of continuum shattering proportions.
Jeez, we've been back together for 5 minutes, Doc, and you're already talking about the end of the universe. I've missed that.
Don't be ridiculous, Marty. I was only referring to the end of the universe as we know it.
Well, I suppose I could just get some dynamite and break you out of jail.
No, that's far too dangerous. Not just to me, but to random innocent people in the past. The repercussions could be That's it!
What's it?
My rocket-powered drill.
You have a rocket-powered drill?
Not yet. I haven't built it yet.
You've lost me, Doc.
Listen, a few months ago, my 17-year-old self sent in a patent application for a rocket-powered drill. I abandoned the project after I never heard back. Oh, the time should be nearly complete.
Great, I'll just run back to your lab and...
No, I said nearly complete. You need me to help you finish it.
How the hell am I supposed to sneak a half-finished rocket-powered drill into your cell?
Not me. 1931 me.
Wait a minute, Doc. You want me to convince your 1931 self to build a rocket-powered drill to break you out of jail?
Precisely.
Won't talking to yourself cause, irreparable damage to the space-time continuum or something?
It should be fine. I've already invented the idea of the rocket drill. You've just got to goad my younger self into finishing the prototype.
Ciao les amis. J'espère que le live vous aura plu. Je vous dis à très bientôt et peut-être à la suite. J'essaierai de faire la suite demain si je peux. Après si je peux pas, je fais mardi. Si je peux pas mercredi, bon je pense que mercredi je pourrai. Bon bah je pense la suite mercredi. Allez, ciao. Ou demain ou après-demain on verra.